get into it, period. Hey dolls, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to another video. My name is Nzwaki. If it is your first time on this channel, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you love it here. I hope you subscribe. I hope you like this video. Share it with whoever might need it, okay? The girlies are trying to look good, okay? They're trying to be outside and looking good, so we need makeup tips, okay? So do share this video with whoever that you think might enjoy it. As you have read by the title below, we are going to do an affordable makeup flawless, okay, at that flawless affordable makeup look. I'm going to take you guys through this look. I'm going to link each product that I use in the description box if I find it. Without wasting any more time, let's get into this video, period. So I'm going to start with my base first. The first thing I'm going to use is this Maybelline Fit Me Luminous and Smooth primer. I'm going to prime my face. It's important for you to prime your face so that your base is, you know, if you have your base on lock underneath the makeup, then your makeup will just look 10 times better. You need to ensure that your skin is prepped and properly primed, because that is the first step to achieving a flawless face. And the second thing I'm going to use is this Joy C makeup setting spray. I got this off of Shein. And if there's one thing I should ever influence you on when it comes to makeup in this video, is to get yourself this thing, okay? I think they call it a stencil, but basically you place your product here, your foundation, your concealers, your blush, whatever cream products that you need to use, you place them here. It's better than having to use your hand and risking making your clothes dirty. So this is more easier to deal with, easier to work with. And I am going to start with my foundation. I am going to use this foundation, which is from Essence. This is the Stay All Day Long Lasting Foundation. I am in the shade 50 Soft Caramel. I'm just going to put about 4 pumps, just like that. This is how it is. I'm going to blend this with a brush. I find that using a brush is better for me as opposed to a beauty blender. Normally I use a brush first and then I just go in with a beauty blender, but I don't start with my beauty blender. But whatever works for you. I think makeup is just, at the end of the day, what truly works for you. So there might be tips that you pick up here that you use. There might be tips that, you know, you just find a different way to go about it. Whatever works for you is perfectly fine. I have bragged about this foundation, but that's because it really is good. And I think it goes to prove that you don't always have to use like high-end products to still achieve a flawless makeup look, okay? You can do that with your normal affordable product. And if you can notice, I am not putting any foundation just under my eyelid, because that is just going to cause a lot of creasing, because there's going to be a lot of product in this area. So we want to avoid that. So I do have a couple of concealers that I use, but for today I am going to start with this one from Maybelline. This is the Fit Me concealer. It's in the shade 40. So I'm firstly going to use that before I move on to highlighting my face. And I'm going to also place it right here for that lifted look. I'm just going to drag it down here. And now I am going to take this concealer just to place it right here. This is from Adventure Makeup. This is in the shade 03 Karichi. This is in the shade 03 Karichi. It's from Adventure Makeup. I got this off of David Beauty Cosmetics. I'm just placing this just right here so that I have a seamless blend. Like I said, brush. I'm a brush girly, so I go in with my brush first, and then I'm going to follow with my beauty blender. If you were to say to me, give me just one word of how I can honestly achieve a flawless makeup look, I would say blend. The perfect base is only going to be achieved by blending. Yes, how you use your product is going to factor, but also you must be willing to blend your life away, okay? And then I normally just start with the outer part and drag this so that it gives me I'm gonna use Sana. So I'm going to use this concealer and just drag it close to my hair because I really do want that lifted look. So I'm going to just drag it just like that, just like that, and then I am going to start. And as you guys can notice, I am not dragging the product. I'm simply just tapping it into my skin ever so lightly. That's why you want to hold your brush towards the end, no, not close, because when you close you're likely to not go lightly. But if you hold it towards the end, then you are going to be more gentle with it. And then I'm going to look up and then start blending it here and try to minimize creasing as much as we can. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. So this is also the first step towards contouring, okay? You are already shaping your nose before you even apply your darker concealer. Your nose is already being shaped. And by the way, I get all my brushes from Take A Lot. I buy my brushes on Take A Lot and they last, they're good quality. So far, I haven't been disappointed. And then this, I'm gonna go in with my blender. This is, I got it where? This is from Shein. So I'm just going to take this part. So you've got a pointy part and then you've got this flat surface, which is what I'm going to use and start blending my concealer. And then with whatever excess product that I have, I just like to just blend it around this area. Again, I'm starting my contouring part on my contouring step. Now I'm going to take the same brush again because this area packs on a lot of product. So this might not look cute, but it's a very, very important step, okay? I'm just going to twist my nose to the side or turn it to the side, and then that opens up this area a bit, and then I can start blending this properly. And I'm gonna do the same on this side. Okay, and now I'm going to move on to brightening. I am a girl that likes a bright under eye. I mean, you can look at me and be like, your under eye is already bright, but no, I want it brighter. So I've got a couple concealers that I like, okay, that I'm going to show you, so that if you can't get if you can't get one, you can get the other. So these are all my brightening concealers. I've got this Wet n Wild concealer. I've got this one from Shein. I have this one from Yardley. And then I also have this one from Maybelline, which is my used and abused. So I'm going to use this one. It's in the shade 20. Can you guys see that? This is going to be my brightening concealer. And for brightening concealer, you're literally just going to place your product just in the corner of your eyes, and that is all. So I'm only going to place it here, nowhere else. I'm going to move on to contouring and bronzing my face. So I've got two, what's the other one? I've got two concealers that I like. This one is from Smudge. It's in the shade Mahogany if you are interested in getting it. And this one is from Adventure Beauty. Adventure Makeup, which I got from David Beauty. It's in 06 Rich Toast, right? Yes. I love how this blends, okay? And if you guys are wondering, as much as David Beauty Cosmetics is like Nigerian brand, they do have a shop in Kempton Park. They do have a shop in South Africa, so that means you can order online and you'll receive your stuff. I mean, I received this in a day of ordering. So don't be afraid or don't be discouraged by the fact that, oh, just because it's not a brand from here, how will it be easy for me to get the product? You can literally drive to their store or you can order online. Okay. And then now I'm going to take an angled brush and I'm going to start blending my concealer. And don't mind this area looking harsh. I'm also going to be using the same bronzer, just start diffusing that. And I feel like it just beautifully melts into my skin. Okay, and then because I don't want to waste much time, I want to start blending this in. I'll come back to this. This one, I'm not really dragging it out. I'm just blending it just right here. I'm not gonna take it all the way out. Then I am going to take another angled brush, but this one is on the smaller side. And then I'm going to start blending out this contour, starting from my eyebrows, going down my nose, stunning work they did here. Okay, now I'm gonna take my beauty blender again, and then I am going to just blend this area, making sure that there are no creases, because I'm going to prepare to set and bake my face. Well, not really bake, but set my face, because I am on the drier side when it comes to my skin, so I don't really like to bake much. I just like to set. If you have dry skin, you need to set your face as opposed to baking it, because baking it will further dry out your skin, and that's why you'll feel like you can't move your face when you've got makeup on. These are the two powders I use. This is from Revlon. This is a setting powder. They call it a pressed powder. And then this is from Yardley. This is a loose setting powder. So I start with the pressed powder and then I follow with the loose setting powder. I'm telling you all this information now because once I start, I can't be distracted. I have to make sure that everything is seamlessly blending in. Dip it into the powder and then I'm just going to tap off lightly the excess powder that I have and then go into my face. The same thing with the translucent powder. I need to go in and blend one last time because I really want to make sure that I don't have creasing. If there's another tip that I can give you, if you struggle with creasing even though you are constantly blending, just make sure that when you apply, because mostly you can even use a small mirror if you have, but this powder comes with a mirror. So what you're going to do is just place this powder up, right, so that you can look up, right, and then you'll be able to see that you are creasing and where exactly are you creasing, and then you are just going to blend that and keep it in this position, because this is going to help your eye look up all the way while you are blending. Because if you are in this direction, you can do this, but once you do that, or once you lift up your head, then once again you have creased. So I would advise that you just keep it just right here. It's going to help you stay looking up. That's why I'm saying makeup is really about blending. And if you are striving for perfection, you will blend like your life depends on it. Doing what I'm doing. And then setting that. Just like that. And then you're gonna set, obviously, the rest of your face and where you put the concealer. As you can see, dabbing off the excess product and just pressing this into my skin. Then, like I said, this is where I'm also working on. This is going to help me to further contour my nose. So I like to just bring this powder a bit more closer to my nose so that I can make my nose as narrow as I can. Because I want to make sure that this contour is properly set, I am just going to pack a bit more powder into this area. Blush from Revlon. Same thing, taking this blush, and I'm putting this here. And I like to start with a smaller brush and just warm this product by mixing it up and then applying it to my face. By the way, I believe in blush, okay? I believe in blush. I love blush. I love a good pink look, okay? So I go in with my blush. But I start with my cream blush and then I will follow with my powder blush. Because creams sometimes do disappear into the skin. See what I mean? Like it's literally disappearing into the skin. So that's why I always go back with a powder blush. Going in once again. Working with something now, okay? We're working with something. I'm noticing that I'm starting to become oily here. So I'm also going to just set this. My blush, I just don't place it only here. I like to move it just close to my eyebrows, just like that, but not a lot, just whatever excess that is in this brush. And I just make sure that everything is just nice and smooth. Move on to my powder blush. I use an eyeshadow palette for this, okay? I use an eyeshadow palette, but I use colors that are just perfect for blush. And these are the two colors that I like to use. This is from Playgirl, by the way. This is the Naughty Neons eyeshadow palette. And I am just going to blend this in. Just like that. I'm going to bronze my face. I'm going to use this Revlon Skin Light bronzer. This is in the shade 110 Sunlit Glow. This shade is quite difficult to find. I am really struggling to find this shade each and every time it finishes, and I have to go to a discount clicks to get it. I struggle, okay? So I'm just trying to say, when you see it, get your hands on it. I'm just going to bronze my face, but it also is a highlighter, so I'm just also highlighting my face. My setting powder, this is from LA Girl Pro Face Press Powder. It's in the shade Cocoa. Just like that. Taking the contour on my nose. I like to take the Scarlet Hill palettes. This is one of the best palettes I've ever experienced in my life. This is the K-Arms eyeshadow palette. K-Arms and Scarlet Hill, baby. A 79 Rand eyeshadow palette that is so pigmented, so perfect. Oof, I love it. And I'm just going to take a gold shade from there and just highlight the tip of my nose. Just the tip, just like that. And then I'm going to move on to my eyebrows, which I cannot talk through this because, you know, if you know about makeup, you know you need to focus when it comes to eyebrows. But I will use this Essence Brow Lifting set. That's how it looks. And then I like to take like a wand and then take a bit of the product and then start setting my eyebrows. Then I like to also take my finger and just make sure that my eyebrows are literally setting. Another method I like to use is just using your normal bar soap. It works quite like a charm. So if you are not interested in purchasing an eyebrow gel set, a soap is going to work just as good. So now I'm going to set my eyebrows. This is important because your eyebrows can get oily throughout the day. I mean, they're already oily as it is. So I'm going to take the same translucent powder and I'm going to set my eyebrows. I'm going to go back into my Scarlet Hill eyeshadow palette. We are just going to create a neutral eye. The first thing I'm going to take is this color. You know what the sad thing is? Like, guys, I don't even think they still have this eyeshadow palette in store, but I'll just show you guys another alternative now. It's just that it doesn't have light eyeshadow colors. So this is the eyeshadow I was talking about, the other best one. It's just that this one does not have your lighter shades, but you can still, you know, work around and work with them. I'm going to take this shade and this shade together, and I'm just going to blend this just at the corner of my eye. And then I'm going to take the darker shades, this one and this one. I'm going to place this, I'm going to blend this just at the outer corner of my eye. Just like that. I'm going to do the same for this eye. This eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to take this one. This is called Bronze, and I'm also going to place this on the outer corner of my eye. And then I'm not going to cut my crease, okay? We want to make this really beginner friendly. I'm just going to take a flat brush just like that, back into this concealer, into this eyeshadow palette. And I'm going to take this shade together with this. I'm just going to mix them up and then place them on the corner of my eyelid, just like, see that, just like that. When I say this eyeshadow is pigmented, I am not even lying. For the price, I hope that they still do. I don't know if they discontinued it or because it was a collab, maybe it doesn't run long. I don't know, but you know what? I hope they bring it back. Please, Mr. Price, do something for the girls, okay? Something affordable for the girls, period. Just like that. And I'm gonna take just the same brush that I have. I'm not gonna pick up any product or anything. I'm just going to blend these two shades just together. And then I am going to take my setting spray to take a black eyeliner. I prefer black eyeliner. I like to line my waterline. If you don't want that, it's okay, you don't have to. And then I'm going to take this Essence Lash Princess False Lash mascara. I'm just going to make sure that I'm getting any product that is on my lips out. So I'm just going to wipe this. To use this Becharm Ageless all-in-one lip palette. I'm going to start by using this brown and line my lips. And if you don't have a lip palette, just use an eyebrow pencil. Simple. I'm going to use both this shade and this shade. I'm just going to blend them together and just apply them to my lips just like that. And then I am going to, because I'm not really a matte girl, I mean, you can get away with this, but I like a bit of gloss, okay? So I'm going to apply this lip oil from Essence in the shade 07 Glossy Glossy. I don't know if you can see that. That's so cool. I'm just going to apply this to my lip. gonna take this pressed powder from Essence, and I am just going to, okay, I can't find the exact brush I need. I'll just use this. I'm just going to set the rest of my face just like that.